Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I wish I could say happy Saturday, but for those of you affected by the topic of this video, it is not a happy Saturday. It is a frustrating Saturday. And to be clear, we have covered this topic already once on this channel for this Alliance War season, but it really wasn't handled great in terms of what I think Kabam's public response, and it's now happening to alliances again. Now, I don't do Alliance War unless it is the off season, where I usually just play some defenders for the fun of it, and sometimes I don't even go in for attack. My alliance knows we're going to lose. It's a fun way, as in not really any stress, to get a little bit of free loyalty, and that loyalty does add up. You know, I have over 500,000 loyalty thanks mainly to that, and I'll be using it probably for either saving up for a 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal, but most likely, since that is RNG dependent, I will be using it to get the needed difference between either Tier 6 Basic Catalyst Fragments or Tier 3 Alpha for my next Rank 4. With that being said, some of you commented publicly on the forums, and I covered that forum post, that the auto-enlistment feature did not work for you in the first war of the season. And this isn't just for people at the bottom of the war tiers, this is for people including in like Master. Kabam should be very concerned about this, because if you are ticking off your player base by not giving them even an opportunity to match with an Alliance War opponent, nevertheless, this is another separate video topic that I was going to try to cover this weekend and may or may not still cover. May or may not, like the reports of extremely passive AI and even parry not registering, especially in places like Battlegrounds, and who knows, probably Alliance War. When you have the game that's not reacting as you're hoping for it to react when you get the opportunity for fights, but in this case, of course, you don't even get the opportunity for inputs to fail because the fights don't work, because you're not placed, you're not matched up with an alliance in Alliance War. It's just a recipe for ticking off your loyal player base. And I've heard from some people behind the scenes who have literally, in the 5+ years that I've been doing this, never complained once. These are not people who are addicted to being Mr. Negative or Mrs. Negative about the game. They have understood that maybe quite a few of these problems have been either out of Kabam's hands, or Kabam is, in their view, taken on too much blame or too much of a sensational negative culture, and maybe they have a point. But in this case, there's nothing you can argue about auto-enlistment just not working. That's not subjective. You either get matched up to do a war, or you don't. And the auto-enlistment function shouldn't be something that has a chance to betray you. That's just not something that you want to have a possibility in your game. And yet that's exactly what's going on right now. So I really do feel for the alliances affected. My man Bone Man hit me up today saying it just happened to him. Let me blacken the screen real quick and pull it up. He says, placement was supposed to be yesterday and attack is today. It has cost us a push for Platinum 4 this season. My alliance just missed a war even though we had auto-enlist active. This is what my alliance mate sees in an alliance as a non-officer. So he sent 2 screenshots. You can see on this screenshot that the next war auto-enlistment is checked and his war status is enlisted. And then you can see from this screen that it says war status not enlisted. Literally enlisted, not enlisted. Opposite screens, reflective in the exact same time. So the auto-enlistment bug has struck again. This is a very serious war issue. If I was Kabam, I think the right thing to do would be to either delay, postpone, or cancel this Alliance War season because it's tainted. However, Kabam historically has shown a propensity to just ignore things if it's a minority that's affected because it's too big of an inconvenience to let something that impacts a small amount of summoners go over to a large amount. However, this has happened now multiple wars, and I just think it's tainted. And look, I'm not saying this for any personal gain, right? Like, I'm not going to get war rewards. I'm just trying to be a mouthpiece for the people who are contacting me. And in this case, like, it's a really serious problem. So, have you been affected by it? What would you do if you ran Kabam with this problem? Thank you for your feedback in this video. I appreciate, as always, the support for my channel.